So yesterday we have learned about the printed, scanner, this type of concepts. So today we will begin with the different operators which we use in the C. One is the arithmetic operators which we use. Fine. Plus, minus, multiplication, quotient, modulus. Now this and this have got different meanings. If I have 9 as a and if I have 3 in B, if I do A by B, it will give me the answer 3. And if I use A modulus operator B, it will give me the answer 0. That is, this returns the quotient of the variables upon which it is applied, and this will return the remainder of the variables upon which it is applied. Okay, these are the arithmetic operators. Now, next is the relational operators. Greater than, lesser than, greater than, lesser than equal to, greater than equal to. Okay. Next is the equality operator. That means, suppose I am checking whether the value of A is true or not. Then I will write like this: equality operator, checking operator. This is equality operator. This is not A's value will become 2. This is a separate operator. This is assignment operator. This means after we execute this statement, A will have the value of 2. But this is what A has some value, and we are checking whether A's value is 2 or not. The two operators are different. This is equality operator. Next is not equal to operator. Okay. Next is logical operators. That means AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator, which these things you people know better because you people are from EC electrical background, so you all know these things. AND operator means binary AND operator. We have 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. If both of them have the same true, then only it is true. Otherwise, for all instances, the output is false. This is the meaning of the AND operator. So these are logical operators: AND, OR, NOT. Fine. Next is conditional operator. Now, what is conditional operator? Suppose this is the conditional operator. How do we use it? Suppose I have two numbers, A and B, two variables. I will decide that suppose I have another variable large. If my A variable's value is bigger, my large will have that value. Otherwise, large will be large. So how can I do it in one line? I will take the large variable. So is A greater than B? Condition. If it is, then in large, insert the value of A. Else, in large, insert the value of B. Fine. So you see, this is one expression. This is another expression. This is another expression. That means expression 1, if the condition is true, answer is expression 2. Or if the condition is not true, take answer from expression 3. This is the meaning of conditional operator. Fine. Next is the assignment operator. Simple one. A is equal to 2, where 2's value is assigned to A. Fine. Next are unary operators. While in C program, you will see we do this increment plus plus. It increments by 1. Minus minus. It decrements by 1. Suppose I have x is equal to 10. I have taken, and there is another variable. I have just declared y. I have taken declared x and initialized x with a value. And in y, I am saving x plus plus. Fine. And another, I am doing y is equal to plus plus x. Now this is post increment and this is pre-increment. Both of them will increase the value of x by 1. But this is post increment and this is pre-increment. What is the meaning of this statement? This statement means that y will have the value of x, and after that x will have the updated value by 1. So y value will be 10 and x value will be 11. But the meaning of this is pre-increment. X value will be first incremented, then the updated value is saved in y. That means after here, x value will be 10 plus 1, 11, and this updated value will be saved in here. So after I do this, it will give me this result. And after I do this, it will give me this result. X and y values 11. That means that this unary operators, we use it in a way according to our programs. Both of them will increment the value 1. But is it post increment or is it pre-increment? Okay. Same with the decrement operator also. Fine. Except this, there are also other types of operators like bitwise operator, shift operator, then the most common one, comma operator. Then there is size of operator. One operator, that is, this operator is written as this. Size of together, this is the name of this operator. Size of operator. What does it do? It is a unary operator which is used to calculate the size of the data types. This will help us to determine the amount of the memory space that this variable or this expression or this data type it will take. Suppose I have taken int a is equal to 10. Fine. I am using size of a, and the value I will get, suppose I am saving it in C. Fine. So when I will print C, it will give me value 2. 2 bytes. For integer, will have 2 bytes. So it will return me 2. So this is the way how the size of operator is used. Fine. Sometimes you will see that in the same program, instead of doing like this in some books or in somewhere, you will see they have this habit of this. Somewhere you will see they have written like this. You will see they have written like this. This is also another way of writing the operators. That means this statement means A is the updated value of A plus B. A will have the updated value of A minus B. A will have the updated value of A into B. So sometimes we, instead of writing this manner, we sometimes write this. Okay. For simpler cases, if the value, the updated value is saved in the same variable, then sometimes we use this sort of operators. Assignment operators we are using, but we use it in this manner. Sometimes we do that. So do not get confused that this is a new type of operator. Sometimes instead of breaking and writing, we write it in the same section. Okay. Okay. So this was all about the operators section. Now, there was one topic which I could discuss for the electrical but not for the AC. So I am writing that. That is type conversion and type casting. It has got two separate meaning in C. Now, I will write these two things. Okay. So, type conversion and typecasting is a concept which we use when the expression will involve two different data types. You see, one is float, one is int, and one, this x is float, this is int. Again, this sal is int, this salary is float. So these situations are handled either through typecasting concept or through type conversion concept. So this basically, both of them refers to changing a variable of one data type into another data type during our program execution. In the programming construct, we change it, right? Sometimes even if we forget to take all the variables in float, then we can sometimes, using the concept of type conversion or typecasting, we can use this thing in our program. But remember, type conversion is done implicitly. That is, it's automatic. And typecasting is done explicitly. That is, it needs to be done by the programmer who is writing the program. So one is a automatic conversion and another is a forced conversion. Type conversion is an automatic conversion. Typecasting is a forced conversion. Now, in type conversion, you see that you have taken a variable, you have declared is in float, which is in higher order. And then you have taken a lower order variable, integer, and you are assigning integer value to float value. So automatically the integer which is of lower precedence will be type converted to higher precedence, and you see the output is in float. This thing will be done automatically. The highest level of precedence is long double, below that double, below that float, below that int, below that char. So like this. So in order to evaluate the expression, if the data type of the expression which you want to evaluate is of higher precedence, higher order, higher level of the data type of the variable which you are using, then automatically the data type of the lower variable is type converted to the data type of the higher variable. Float, below that a double, below that float, below that integer. So first double, below that float, below that integer, below that char. This is the order. So float is higher, x is higher. So we are using a lower order. Integer is in lower order. Integer to float automatic हो जाएगा, है ना? So automatically when we assign an integer value to a floating point value, the int value is converted to the floating point value automatically. But in case of typecasting, this will be done when the value of a higher data type has to be converted into the value of a lower data type. So you see, your salary was in float and your sal is in int, and you want to print your sal, which is in lower order, right? So you see, whenever I will save the value of the higher order variable to the lower order variable, I will have to change the data type of the higher order variable forcefully by writing this just before it in bracket the data type to which it needs to be changed. Fine. So typecasting is an arithmetic expression that will tell the compiler to represent the value of the expression in a certain way. So whenever we have a higher order variable which we want to convert and print in a lower order variable, then forcefully we will have to write this in front of the higher order variable. Then only I can print like this. But you see, in a process, what happened, the point part is ignored, right? So the decimal part is truncated, right? So this sometimes causes a loss of data. Fine. We can typecast, but it sometimes causes a loss of data. And that is the reason why before starting anything, we always tell that check the format of the variables which you are using. If you want to have the final result in float, change everything to float beforehand. Float है तो 3 दे सकते हो, पर float नहीं है. देखो, तुम्हारा अगर वेरिएबल फ्लोट है तो तुम 3 भी इनपुट कर सकते हो, 3.2 भी, 3.0 भी इनपुट कर सकते हो. बट तुम्हारा अगर वेरिएबल इंटीजर है तो सिर्फ 3 ही इनपुट कर पाओगे, 3.0 का ऑप्शन है ही नहीं. So this is the reason why we say that if your final result deals with decimal values or decimal answers, then you will have to declare all the variables in float beforehand, so that ये typecasting और type conversion का झंझट ही नहीं है. फिर भी अगर झंझट आ जाता है, हम लोग भूल जाते हैं, so we can any day we can applying the typecasting or type conversion concept. But remember, typecasting में हमेशा loss of data होता है. But if suppose your output do not need to worry about the decimal part, then you can use this typecasting concept. Okay, thank you.